What up guys, JT Anime and Nerd here bringing you all that nerdy goodness. Today we continue my rewrite of Kingdom Hearts 3 dubbed Kingdom Hearts 3 Keyblade War Edition. For a more detailed context on this rewrite, I'll leave a link of the explanation video and the prologue video in the description below. I also want to remind you all that I will be approaching this rewrite assuming that you all know the main story before Kingdom Hearts 3. So if there are things about this rewrite that make no sense to you, I recommend that you learn the story of all the previous games that lead up to Kingdom Hearts 3, as well as know that nothing before Kingdom Hearts 3 will be rewritten. Finally, I want to make it clear that the voiceover and impressions I do for these videos are not meant to cause offense, as many of them have an accent, and while I do consider myself a good impressionist, I am not perfect. So please don't take it personally if I butcher any accents or character voices. Remember, it's just a fan fiction and not meant to be taken seriously. With all that said and done, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and put down in the comment section below on what you think of this video and what kind of videos you would like to see in the future, as I am always up for suggestions for future videos and helping me monetize this channel. With all that said and done, I'm JT Anime. Enjoy the video, and I'll check you guys later. A blank black screen is seen. At long last, the time had come. The planets were edging into perfect alignment. A familiar blue flame appears at the center of the black screen. And the plan Hades devised 18 years ago was about to reach fruition. The fates had predicted this very future. The screen pans out to show Hades with the blue flame in his hand, crushing and snuffing it out the moment he closed it. The day he would seize control of Olympus and rule over all the cosmos. Hades looks on at something and shows an expression of disappointment, only to show that he's looking at three stone columns sculpted to look like Terra, Cloud, and Oron. Hades' previous attempts using Terra, Cloud, and Oron to advance his plan for conquest had failed. The statues of Terra, Cloud, and Oron shatter at the top of the columns, signifying Hades' failure with them. The hour was not yet right. The pieces of the statues then turn into broken pieces of light, and then are pulled upward to the sky and up to the stars. But now the planets were aligned, and nothing could possibly go wrong. A group of planets in the form of stars are shown to be aligning in the sky. The screen then cuts to black. We then see a swirling opening at the center of the black screen, showing the prison that holds the Titans. A wave of darkness lands down from their celestial rank. The Rock Titan and Ice Titan then emerge from the prison. And one by one, Hades freed the Titans from their prison. Some of them the same monstrosities that Sora and his friends had already fought and bested before. Orange flames then emerge, revealing the smiling face of Hades in his orange-flamed form. With both the Titans and his longing for vengeance against Zeus reinvigorated, Hades began his attack on Olympus. After landing in what appears to be the lower mountains of Olympus, Sora, Donald, and Goofy look around, slightly confused by their location. No fanfare? Sora makes a trumpet shape with his hands. Donald tries to listen for any fanfare, but nods his head to signify that he hears nothing. Sora sighs in frustration as a response. Goofy then tries to see if he can see the Coliseum. Nope, looks like we missed the Coliseum. Sora looks around some more until Donald gets frustrated. Sora, you opened the gate. I was a little off again. Sorry. Sora lifts his arm, seemingly flexing to reference Hercules. We'll find him, but we need to go. Sora then continues onward in an attempt to find Hercules. Up the mountain? Yeah, up is the usual direction. Well, never hurts to have your head in the clouds. Exactly. Sora moves onward while Goofy chuckles in excitement, and Donald whines in frustration as Goofy moves onward as well. Hey, we're leaving! Not wanting to get left behind, Donald hightails it to catch up to Sora and Goofy. After getting up to a point in the mountain, the trio stops for a moment in front of a high view from the mountains. I think we might be going in circles. Sora thinks for a moment at where to possibly go next. Sora? Did I make a turn at the wrong rock? Sora then moves forward. Hey! Hercules! Where are you? We then get the title card of Olympus, showing that the trio is not where they expected to be. Suddenly, a black fog cloud appears from the sky, falling in the trio's direction. The black fog cloud lands behind Sora, Donald, and Goofy, catching their attention.
All right, I know I dotted my I's, crossed my T's, zeroed the hero. So what gives? Who could possibly be trying to give me a migraine by yodeling that Yutz's name?
Hades looks on, in oddly casual disappointment at seeing Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Really? Hades? Hades sighs in slight annoyance.
Oh, it's just you. Oy vey.
It's just us? Even for you, that's cold.
Don't forget, I can always turn up the heat.
Wait, if Hades is here,
Then where's her? What is everyone's infatuation with that dolt?
Hades turns into his heated form in anger. He then calms himself down, reverting to his base form.
You know what? Never mind. Never mind.
I'm cool. Well, I'm good. Because
Wonder Boy will be out of my hair soon enough.
Sora summons his Kingdom Keyblade at the moment of hearing Hades' words, followed by Goofy and Donald summoning their weapons. So you're up to no good again? Of course he is.
You're bad.
Hades turns to see the trio, weapons drawn.
Whoa, easy. What is this, Sparta? Kind of on a schedule. Well, don't have time to toss around the own fire and brimstone. The whole cosmos is basically waiting for me to, conquer it.
The trio then disassembles their weapons, feeling that Hades really isn't a threat at the moment. Poor Hades. He thinks he can actually pull it off this time. Hades then raises his hands at the mountains in an attempt to do something.
Where are my titans? Show me your power!
Suddenly, the sky turns into a storm and strong winds begin to form, catching the trio off guard. The trio then looks up as the shadow of the rock titan looming over them. The icy winds of the ice titan then follow, leading our trio to try and push back against them. Molten lava then begins to fall from the mountainside, as Hades allows his body to take in the feeling of the elements surrounding him.
Ah, love the breeze.
The winds of what may be the Wind Titan then cause the trio to fly away, long off the mountains, having them scream on the way down. The elemental surge then ceases, with a satisfied Hades looking in the direction of the trio, in the direction the trio flew forward.
Ah, that sent him sailing.
Hades then thinks for a moment, realizing something.
Sailing right to where I left. Ah, no biggie.
Hades turns to face the Titans, as the shadow of the Rock Titan looms over him.
Nice work, boys. So, back to the whole cosmic coup thing?
As the Titans take their leave, Hades waves them goodbye, only for a corridor of darkness to appear behind him.
Really? Are you kidding? Jeez Louise, seriously, when it rains, it pours.
Hades turns to see who it is. Okay, who's the new pest? From the corridor of darkness appear Maleficent and her associate Pete.
Hey now, that ain't no way to say hello, especially to your old friends. Oh, perfect. Now I gotta put up with you two. Funny, I don't remember you doing me any memorable favors. So, you can keep your heartless this time. I'm going back to my original plan, alright? So, toodaloo, exits that away. Hey, it was great seeing you. Happy trails!
We are not here for you. I have my own business to attend to. All I need to know is if there is a distinctive black box somewhere in this world.
Black box, huh? Hades thinks for a moment. Black box, black box, black box. Wait, don't tell me. You're after the one Zeus hid here on Earth?
Possibly. If I were, where might it be?
We then enter a smoking and nearly destroyed city, where Hercules seems to have finished dealing with the problem. Hercules then hears what sounds like the screams of someone. Hercules then turns to see Sora, Donald, and Goofy flying toward in his direction. Quickly, Hercules acts, saving Sora and Goofy from falling by carrying them over his shoulders and landing safely.
See? Found him.
Yeah, I guess this counts.
Hercules chuckles for a moment.
Get me down!
Hercules then sees that Donald is caught and stuck on the teeth of a lion statue.
Just a second.
Donald throws a slight tantrum but then calms down after realizing that he has to wait. A moment later, the trio and Hercules finally catch up. You guys are here! Sora, Donald, Goofy! You literally dropped in. Gotta say, I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Like the catch.
Yeah. Thanks, Herc. But what's going on?
The city is shown in flames from falling molten rocks. Take a guess. Starts with an H. Ah, I get the picture. Actually, we bumped into the H-ster on the way here.
Uh-huh.
He said something about conquering the whole cosmos. All of it, huh? Nice of him to show a little self-restraint. Well, whatever he's planning, I'll send him running back across the Styx. Sora then mimics Hercules' pose. That's our Herc. A moment later, the trio and Hercules enter the city square, where Hercules' statue is located. So, Sora, is there a reason you guys are visiting? I'm guessing it's not just for the cheese and olives.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like somebody forgot.
That's Sora.
I just took my time. I'm remembering. Herc, I came here to ask you something.
Ask me?
Yeah. Do you remember the last time we were together? You were feeling down and out. How'd you get your strength back when you jumped in and saved Meg?
That's tough. All I know is that she was in trouble. Suddenly, I wanted to save her with all my heart. But it's not like I could tell you how.
Oh, man.
What's wrong?
All of my strength is gone for me, too. That's why I need you. Because I was hoping you might have a solution or something.
I'm sorry, Sora. While everyone seems to be down about this news, Donald notices something.
Heartless.
Balls of fire rain down from the sky, causing the Hercules' statue to fall and reveal themselves to be heartless. The trio and Hercules get ready for battle. Let's talk later.
Right. Once we've dealt with these guys.
After the battle, things seem to calm down.
Hercules!
Hercules turns to see Meg and Phil riding down on Pegasus into the city.
You're okay.
Meg!
Boy, that didn't look so fun.
No, not with the Heartless involved. We're just lucky our friends showed up.
Well, what do you know? Sora, Donald, Goofy, I guess I owe you a big thank you.
Meg, you need to stay someplace safe. We'll search the city and make sure everyone manages to get clear of the fire.
Be careful, Wonder Boy.
I will. Hercules turns to the trio. So, you guys in?
Of course we're in.
We're heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Break a leg, then. Heroes.
The trio stands tall and poses in acknowledgement of Meg's words. As Meg takes her leave, Phil hears out Hercules' words. Phil, you should go with Meg. Phil nods in acknowledgement and then gets back on Pegasus with Meg in order to get somewhere safe. Hercules pets Pegasus for a moment. You gotta keep her safe. Pegasus neighs in acknowledgement of Hercules' words and flies away to ensure Phil and Meg's safety.
Help!
Goofy then raises his ear to listen to what sounded like a cry for help.
Is anyone there?
Hey, I hear a voice. From which way? Goofy points in the direction of the voice. Over that way. Hercules looks on and focuses in the direction of that Goofy is pointing in, only to see a little girl stranded on a mound of rocks.
Help me!
Oh no, there's a little girl caught in the fire. Sora runs on ahead. Let's go. Wait, running's too slow. Sora stops in his tracks. Then what's the other choice? Hercules looks around for a solution, then points out his fallen statue on the ground. Get on that! The trio hops on the back of Hercules' statue.
Is it safe?
Hope so. Sora sits down. Like this? That's good. Now hold on tight. Hercules then lifts the statue with our trio on it. Whoa, whoa! Herc, maybe we should... I don't think this is a good idea. Hercules then throws the statue in the direction of the stranded little girl, with hopes that Sora, Donald, and Goofy can save her. Oh no, not again! A moment later, the trio had seemed to have rescued the little girl.
Thank you for saving me.
The little girl bows to the trio in thanks. Yeah, no problem. We better check and see if anyone else needs us.
Well, if it isn't Sora and the King's pawns.
The trio looks in surprise at who's approached them.
Maleficent!
Pete! The trio then summons their weapons. Are you the reason the Heartless are here?
Certainly not.
Pete looks closely at Sora, noticing something about him.
Say, Maleficent, I dunno about his sidekicks, but Kid Keyblader here looks way punier than the last time we saw him. I say we finish him off while we still can.
Waste no time with the boy. He's inconsequential. We have a far more pressing matter to attend to.
Pete thinks for a moment as to what Maleficent's talking about.
Oh, we gots to find that black box.
Be silent, you fool!
Pete stammers in embarrassment.
As for you three, we shall meet again, when I have time for such trifles.
Yeah, and you's better get your act together before then. Later, twerps.
Maleficent and Pete take their leave into a corridor of darkness. Sora then attempts to pursue them. Wait! The corridor of darkness then disappears before Sora can get to it. Sora then sighs in slight sadness.
Sora? It's fine. I can take it.
Gosh, it sure don't sound like it. Did Pete saying me things bother you?
It's fine. I can take it.
You're gonna get stronger. We know you. You can take it.
Don't say that.
I just said what he said.
He can take it.
After traversing more of the city, the trio encounters a path of flames. Sora attempts to try and walk through it, but gets burned.
Ouch! Now what are we gonna do?
Goofy then decides to try and see if his shield can block the flames, which they do, as Goofy inspects his very being and notices that he's unharmed. Fellas, I got a crazy idea. Sora and Donald are excited by Goofy's revelation.
The shield!
After getting through the path of flames, a woman is seen stuck on top of a column, surrounded by Heartless.
Someone help! Where did all these monsters come from? Hercules! Where are you?
Sora, Donald, and Goofy arrive.
Yuck!
Oh no! Help is on the way! The trio runs to the woman's aid. We'll put these hotheads out. Hang on up there.
Huh? Who are you three? Where is Hercules? Hey, we're heroes too!
The three get ready for battle. In the aftermath of the battle, the woman approaches the trio.
Thank you. You're so kind. Keep training and one day you'll be great heroes just like Hercules.
The woman waves goodbye to the trio and takes her leave. Sora then evaluates his own body. Keep training? Is it that obvious?
Just for you.
Hey! I think we all have a ways to go, but we'll get there together. Yeah, we will. Donald whines in frustration, just wanting to finally be recognized as true heroes. After traversing more of the city, our trio enters a temple, only to find Hercules holding up its foundation to protect the people inside. Herc! Sora! The people are seen cowering in fear and exhaustion, while the trio makes their way inside to help them. The temple then begins to shake, causing the entrance to be blocked with debris.
No!
Sora then turns to see more fire Heartless surrounding the people inside the temple. More Heartless! You take them. We need to save these people. Sora then runs up and summons his Kingdom Keyblade. Herc, can you hold the building? No problem. Donald, Goofy, we gotta do this quick. After the battle with the Fire Heartless, the temple begins to crumble as Hercules uses all of his strength to keep that from happening.
Get the people out!
Sora dematerializes his Keyblade. Okay! The trio runs toward the people taking cover. Are you guys alright? You need to get to safety. Go, quickly! The weight of the temple begins to take its toll on Hercules, causing Sora to hesitate for a moment, but ultimately deciding to leave with the people, believing in Hercules. As everyone makes it outside, the temple finally crumbles, with Hercules inside. Everyone ducking covers during the temple's crumbling. After the smoke cleared, Sora looked on at the fallen structure.
Hercules!
The trio was saddened for a moment, thinking they may have lost their friend. But Sora then looks up to see Hercules walking out of the rubble, cleaning himself off. The trio cheers in excitement, while Hercules sighs with relief. You scared us. It's nothing. Hercules makes a pose to show off his muscles. That's what these are for. The trio copies his pose, only to be interrupted by the sound of a corridor of darkness opening and clapping from a familiar person.
Oh wow, very nice. Full marks.
Go away! No organization! You're Sigbar!
Ah, all this altruism is giving me the warm and fuzzies. So then, does having a heart of light come with an extremely good insurance policy?
Just say what you mean.
Oh, but I did though. No good will ever come from putting other people first.
I was able to save Meg's life because I was ready to risk my own.
Because you've got friends in high places, you mean? Tricks like that don't fly for your average Joe.
What do you know anyway, Zigbar? You weren't even there. If you were, you'd admire Herc's courage.
I don't admire one guy leaping into danger if it means someone else might have to jump in to save them. You're all just lining up to lose out, dooming others to take the fall with you. Oh, and you can spare me the usual party line. Yes, hearts are powerful when they're connected, but if you put too much of that power in one place, some of those hearts might end up breaking. Still, Sora, that doesn't mean you should change. Accept the power you're given. Find the hearts joined to yours.
Sora, what's he talking about? Why would I ever take advice from you?
As if. You don't have any choice but to follow this sweet little trail of breadcrumbs. And at the end, you'll finally realize what destiny has in store for you. In fact, your reward might be right around the corner. You're so close.
Hercules then realizes something. It's you, isn't it? You're the reason the Heartless are here.
Oh boy, give the hero a prize. Honestly, I'm a little shocked you didn't figure it out earlier. But I got a question for you. In my early years with the organization, I came here a few times with a particular boy, a junior member, and when he saw you from behind the shadows, he couldn't help but feel like there was something familiar about you. Tell me, famous hero, doesn't that key Sora wields kinda look familiar? Like you've seen it somewhere, seen something like that before? What do you mean? Is it really that hard to remember your old friends? I'm talking about a boy with a shoulder guard and a weapon used backhand style.
Then? Sora is slightly stunned at what Hercules just said. Herc, where did you hear that name before?
When I was younger, I made a friend named Ventus. He helped me save the city before. And that's not all. There was a man and a blue-haired woman who entered the games, and won, if I'm not mistaken. Terra and Aqua. But what do you know about them? Why don't you ask Mr. Keyblade Wielder and his friends? They seem to be looking for them for a long time.
Sora, what's he talking about? What's your game, Zigbar?
Let's just say the jig's up. We don't really have any benefit from it, but it also doesn't get in the way of our plan. So Xehanort gave us the green light, and now worlds can finally recognize one another.
Oh, I get it now. You want to destroy the world order.
Bingo! This old world's coming to an end anyway. Why shouldn't the worlds know about each other? They were all one once before.
Other worlds? What does this have to do with Terra Ventus and Aqua? Why hold back, Sora? He's gonna find out sooner or later. Hercules looks at Sora with a solemn expression. They've been missing for 7 years. Hercules is surprised at this revelation. Missing? Hercules then turns to Xigbar. Just what did you do to them? I'm not dumb enough to think you had nothing to do with it. How else would you know? Hercules glares at Xigbar, his eyes fixated on him like daggers. Hey now, I can't take full credit. They ended up where they are now because of themselves. But hey, they succeeded in their goal, stopping the Master's grand plan, at least for a time. Xigbar scratches his head. But now I think it's best if I get to why I'm really here. Xigbar summons his twin arrow guns. Boss's orders. Let's see what you're made of, junior hero. With that, a boss battle between Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Hercules against Xigbar began. The battle ends with a reaction command that has Xigbar unleash a barrage of dark arrow-shaped energy blasts, leading Sora to counter with his Ragnarok attack. The barrage of blasts clash until eventually Sora unleashes enough power to defeat Xigbar. In the aftermath of the battle, Xigbar is breathing heavily. Impressive! It looks like your powers aren't just coming back, but you seem to be getting stronger. Sora looks at Xigbar with slight rage in his eyes. But it looks like you can become even more stronger. That's exactly what you'll need to win the coming war. Just what's going on? What do you know about the missing Keyblade wielders? Xigbar chuckles. That's something you'll have to wait and see. Just don't forget about those broken hearts I mentioned, lest you pay the price. Sora becomes surrounded by a corridor of darkness and escapes. The trio then dematerializes their weapons. Sora looks down in slight sorrow and disappointment. Hearts breaking? Whose hearts? The missing Keyblade wielders? Sora, don't let him bother you. He's just trying to get under your skin, 'cause he thinks he can. But we'll prove him wrong. We'll show him that our sacrifices haven't been for nothing. Sora then smiles at Hercules' words. You're right. Mm-hmm. Besides, we're already proof enough.
We're a team. When we're together, we can do anything.
Yeah, but Sora? Herc, I think it's time we were honest with you.
But Sora, what about the world order?
At this point, I think it's okay if at least Herc knows. It's alright, Sora. You can tell me when we save the city. For now, we'll put the talk on hold. But don't think that just because what he said means I trust you any less. You're my friends, and if anything, you remind me a lot of Ven. I hope you guys can tell me more or about him, but for now, let's get a move on. Right! The trio and Hercules continue forward, but Sora remains back for a bit and looks back in the direction of the city where Xigbar disappeared. What reward? Moments later, after combing through the city and fighting off more Heartless, Meg and Phil arrive on the back of Pegasus to greet Hercules and our main trio. Nice job, Wonder Boy. We checked the whole area. It looks like everyone's safe. That's great. We did what we could. You heroes have been busy, little bees. Pegasus then neighs, pointing out something he sees. Oh, look. More trouble. Everyone looks on to see a storm overtaking Mount Olympus. It's Hades. Sora nods at Donald and Goofy, letting them know what they have to do next. Herc, let's go! Right. Pegasus, Meg, and Phil fly away, leaving the next task to the trio and Hercules. Moments later, after climbing some of the mountain, an earthquake is felt, catching the trio by surprise. This sure does feel awfully familiar. Yeah, just like before. Guys, this is getting worse by the minute. I hope I'm wrong, but my family may need me. Hercules then whistles in order to summon Pegasus for assistance. Pegasus then arrives. Sora, I'm gonna fly ahead. You've been a big help, but leave the rest to me. Family? Yeah, Dad's king of the gods. F- Herc then flies away on Pegasus. What? His father is a god? But doesn't that mean Herc is a god too? I think it does.
No wonder he's so strong.
Then he'll be okay.
Won't he?
No, Organization 13's here. He'll need our help. Good point. We gotta go.
'Cause heroes never quit.
Sora then has a flashback to what Hercules said earlier. That's tough. All I know is that she was in trouble. Suddenly, I wanted to save her with all my heart. Back in the present, we fight with all our heart. Sora then looks up the mountain with determination in his eyes. Come on! After pressing on, an earthquake then occurs, revealing the rock titan holding a boulder at the top of the mountain. Titan! The rock titan throws down the boulder in an attempt to crush the trio, but instead blocks the path back down the mountain. As the rock titan hurls more boulders at Sora, he then uses his agility to run up and jump off the boulders in order to ascend the mountain. When getting up to the rock titan, and after staggering it after bringing down both of its legs, the rock titan then grabs the trio and holds them in the grasp of its hand. Sora and company try to escape the rock titan's grasp, but could only be helpless as the rock titan then throws them across the mountain. As it seemed everything would slow down, Sora began to ponder to himself. Why? Why am I so weak? From within Sora's heart, a silhouette of a being bearing Sora's physique can be seen. Pathetic. Sora, with his eyes closed in midair, reacts to the voice he hears. You can't protect anyone. The silhouette then reveals his yellow eye, which gives off a menacing yellow glow. Just then, Sora opened his eyes, and from the tip of his Keyblade, a shining, colorful light emerged. As Sora raises his Keyblade, he screams with all of his might, unleashing a new power. Suddenly, a train and tracks made from light emerge, saving the trio and taking them back to the Rock Titan.
Huh?
Sora, what's going on? Sora looks at his Keyblade in hand. I think it's a new power. Well then.
Let's put it to use.
Sora then takes his battle-ready stance. Right! The battle continues with the introduction of attraction flow. After the boss battle, the Rock Titan plummets to the bottom of the mountainside as the trio looks down. Yes, that's one down. They're not so tough by themselves.
That one was dumb as a rock.
Okay, what's next? Looks like we move on from here.
Yeah. Let's go help Hercules.
Right behind you. Donald and Goofy run forward, while Sora remains back for a moment, looking down to where the Rock Titan fell. What was that voice? Sora has a sudden flashback to the glowing yellow eye he saw, but then brushes it off, running forward to catch up to Donald and Goofy. Moments later, the trio makes it to the top of the mountain, and as the doors open, enters the kingdom of Olympus, home of the gods. Whoa! Is this Olympus? Gosh, it's amazing. Suddenly, the fanfare Sora was waiting for begins to play.
Fanfare?
The trio then summons their weapons. Nope! A group of gladiator Heartless appeared, standing in the trio's way. The Heartless then place on their helmets, ready to face off against the trio. After much trial and error, the trio finally make it to the very top of Olympus, to where Hercules catches up to them while besting many Heartless along the way. Meanwhile, the Ice and Fire Titans are imprisoning Zeus within a mound of ice and magma.
I swear to you, Hades, when I get out of the...
Hades then sits down on a throne made from his own magical smoke.
Nope, I'm the one giving orders now, Bolt Boy.
Don't get too comfortable, Hades. Hades looks back in surprise to see Hercules on Pegasus, arriving at the nick of time. We're here to stop you. Hades then turns to see the trio ready to help Hercules defeat the Titans. Hercules then swoops in and rescues Athena, Hermes, and Apollo from the chains of Hades. Hades then transforms into his heated form, enraged at Hercules' interference.
Get them!
The fire, wind, and ice titans then move forward, looking down at our trio of heroes. Sora! Donald! Goofy! Hercules then jumps off of Pegasus and joins the trio in facing the last three titans. It's on!
Yeah!
And so the boss battle against the titans begins. The boss battle ends with a reaction command to which Sora uses his carousel attraction flow for the first time, shining a light that would act as the final blow of the fight. In the aftermath, Sora's power would sadly still not be enough to defeat the Titans, being beings that had surpassed even the gods. Suddenly, the Rock Titan appears to join his brethren. The Titans then surround the trio and Hercules.
Uh-oh, now it's all four of them.
So what? There are four of us too. Actually, I think I can make it five. Hercules then hops on top of the mound of hardened magma and ice and releases Zeus from his imprisonment.
No!
Zeus places his hands on Hercules' shoulders as a show of respect.
Thank you, my boy.
The trio cheers in excitement.
Yeah!
Zeus then takes out his thunderbolt weapons.
Ha! Now watch your old man work.
Zeus begins throwing the thunderbolts at the Titans, leading them to flee in terror. However, Hercules grabbed the Wind Titan, using him as a vacuum to suck the other Titans into his tornado. Hercules then throws it into the sky, causing an explosion of cosmic proportions. Hercules and Zeus high-five in celebration, and the trio follows suit.
We did it!
Hades groans in frustration.
I can't believe it! I put 18 years into that plan and you flippin' ruined it! I really don't like you!
Just give it up already. You'll never beat Herc, no matter how many times you try.
Yeah, stay in the underworld where you belong.
Go have the time of your afterlife.
Enough already! I did not come this far to be ridiculed by Zeusy High and Mighty and his little sunspot and a trio of clowns!
Hades then transforms into his heated form, enraged at the trio. You know what? I'll just go ahead
And destroy you!
Hades! Hades looks back to see Hercules and Zeus, ready to escort Hades home. The exit is that way. Hades ponders for a moment and decides to revert to his normal form and cut his losses. Hades then begins to walk away. Hold on, I almost forgot. Hercules then punches Hades, knocking him out. That one's for trying to wreck Thebes.
You'll pay for this! I have a very, very long memory.
Hades begins to send himself back to the underworld.
I could still dunk your little nutmeg in a river of death!
Zeus then lightly hurls a thunderbolt at the last of Hades' mist to make his voice disappear. The trio then runs up to Hercules and Zeus.
We really did it.
Yep.
So, these are the junior heroes you've told me so much about. I don't know. Seems like they've proven to be true heroes if you ask me. Otherwise, the gates would have never opened for them.
Sora and company are stunned by Zeus's words.
Really?
So that means
We're finally true heroes!
The trio cheers in excitement at the news. You guys have come a long way.
Of course they have. Especially you, Sora, the key bearer.
Huh? You know who I am?
Not much, I'm afraid. But it's been many years since the gods have witnessed a Keyblade wielder in action. Probably since the Keyblade War. Tell me, how's Yensid doing these days?
you know Master Yensid?
Of course, he and I go way back. No doubt he had his associate fairies make you those magical garments you're wearing. Am I wrong?
No.
Well then, let no one ever say I'm not a generous god.
Zeus then points at Sora and fires a magical beam from his fingertip, transforming Sora's clothes from his Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit into his new red, yellow, and black clothes.
Whoa!
Sora looks and evaluates his new clothes.
Amazing.
Snazzy!
I like the old look better.
Empowered by the magic of a god, those clothes will never wear out, and their powers leave much to be desired.
Thank you.
Zeus then turns his happy expression to a serious one.
But Sora, there's something I must tell you.
Ha! What more can you do for him? The mysterious voice catches everyone's attention, only for them to see a figure in an organization coat coming out of a corridor of darkness in the middle of the Olympus arena. The trio then summons their weapons, while Hercules gets ready to fight. However, Zeus places his hand on Hercules' shoulder, as if to tell him that this wasn't his fight. Father? How did you even get it in here?
Yeah, only true heroes can enter Olympus.
Let's just say there's more than one way to become a true hero, much to my disappointment. For now, you can call me number 11. I won't give you the privilege of saying my name, at least for now, if you manage to survive, Sora. What are you talking about? I'll skip the details, but the bottom line is I loathe everything you represent. Your naivety, your weakness, and most of all, your light. Suddenly, number 11 summons the Void Gear Keyblade. Everyone looks on in shock at what they see. A Keyblade?
So, Keyblades of Darkness do exist.
Number 11 takes his battle stance. Come, Sora. I challenge you, and you alone. Sora decides to run up to accept the challenge. Sora! Challenge accepted. The scripted boss battle between Sora and number 11 begins. The battle would end in a reaction command of the two clashing their ki beams, only for Sora to overpower and be struck by number 11's ki beam. A scripted finale to the boss battle. Sora would then be pushed back, pretty much defeated at this point. Sora! Pathetic. Why do you even exist? Ventus was a fool. Sora is surprised at hearing the name. How do you know that name? Doesn't matter. At least not to you. You were just a vessel to begin with. Nothing more than a husk. As number 11 attempts to strike Sora down, Sora's clothes begin to glow, and his Kingdom Key Keyblade transforms into the hero's origin Keyblade, followed by transforming into the Guardian's shield onto Sora's hand, blocking number 11's attack. Sora then looks down at his clothes and sees that he's in Guardian form, and holding a shield that is another form of his Keyblade. Sora pushes back number 11, making him stagger, but then lunges forward with his shield, releasing a huge fist made of light that would push back number 11 and make distance between them. Just as it seems that Sora has made a comeback, he then reverts to base form and falls to the ground nearly unconscious. Donald and Goofy then approach Sora, and Donald casts a healing spell, allowing Sora to get up.
Sora! Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. Number 11 looks at Sora in scorn, causing Sora to have another flashback of the glowing yellow eye from the silhouette he saw within his heart. Sora shakes his head for a moment, bringing himself back to reality. Like I said, pathetic. Relying on others only gets you so far. That's why they're better as tools. Sora stands up and faces number 11. You're wrong! Relying on others is how I got this far, and it's how I know we will defeat you! Sora, calm down!
I've never seen you this angry.
Hercules looks on, worried for Sora. Sora. After consideration, number 11 dematerializes his Keyblade and summons a corridor of darkness behind him. I've got to admit, you surprised me today. But even this newfound strength will never be enough to win the war. Number 11 begins to walk backwards into the corridor of darkness. Till next time, Sora. The corridor of darkness closes, and Sora begins to calm down.
Are you okay, Sora?
Yeah, I guess I just need a moment. Don't let him get to you. The trio turns to see Hercules walking up to them. No matter what, as long as you're together, you can get through anything. Sora smiles at Hercules' words. Right.
Seems like the new garbs are working. But I must warn you of something, Sora.
Sora looks at Zeus with a confused expression.
As I felt your power both during the fight with the Titans and with the mysterious Keyblade wielder, I sensed a great darkness within you.
What? Sora then has a flash vision of a flame of darkness in the middle of his station of awakening within his heart, followed by a vision of the silhouette with the glowing yellow eye.
It was this darkness that triggered your sudden surge of anger. Sora, you must keep this darkness at bay, for I fear it may overtake you, should you push it too far.
Sora thinks for a moment. It must have been Xehanort, when he nearly took me as his vessel. I don't know the context of what's going on, Sora, but if you ever need a hero, I'll be there in a flash. Sora chuckles for a moment. Sora and Hercules then lock hands to show respect to each other. Of course, you wouldn't be a hero otherwise.
Now then, should we return to the bottom of Olympus? I'm sure you all have much catching up to do.
Actually, I'd love to know about Terra Aqua and Ven. Of course, it's time I told you everything. Everyone then walks toward the exit of the Olympus arena.
Well, so much for the world order. Then again, we gods have been known to break the rules once or twice.
Everyone laughs at Zeus's words. While, back in Thebes, what appears to be a familiar old man stands atop the piece of mountain over where Maleficent and Pete are digging for the black box. Suddenly, a corridor of darkness appears behind the old man, and Zigbar, pulling number 11 by his arm, exits it. Found him, boss man. Zigbar then pushes number 11 in front of him. Just like you wanted. All I did was give his power a test drive.
Why, yes, with intent to destroy him, I see.
The old man turns around to reveal himself to be Master Xehanort.
I dare you to deny it.
We don't need him, Master. He's more immature than me. Nothing more than a vessel for my little brother.
And yet you seem to share his immaturity by defying my orders. I will not tolerate anything that should stand in the way of my ambitions. Do I make myself clear?
Number 11 sighs in frustration. Crystal. Well then, guess I should get going.
No. I need you here, keeping an eye on any sightings of the black box you mentioned.
Okay. And what about Junior here? No, number 11 looks at Zigbar, seemingly in scorn. Master Xehanort turns to look down as Pete and Maleficent are searching for the black box.
Perhaps, my apprentice, it is time for your mark of mastery.
Moments later, back at the entrance of Olympus, the trio and Hercules run toward the entrance gate, as it opens to let them out of Olympus. As they run through the gate, Hercules stops and looks back at his home. Are you sure you want to leave this all behind? Isn't Olympus your home?
And your family.
I could see my family any time I want. If I stayed, I'd have to be apart from the person I love most. And that life would be empty. Hercules looks down to see Meg at the bottom of the stairs, waiting to greet him. I finally know where I belong. Hercules runs down to meet Meg. Hercules! Hercules and Meg embrace each other, happy to be together. The trio walks down the stairs, happy for them both. Sora, we never got back to your question. Can I help? Sora nods in refusal. It's okay. I think I meant to figure it out for myself. I'll find my strength the way you found yours. Something to fight for. With all my heart. I guess you did have the answer. Well, you've got heart, Sora. Just keep at it, and I know you'll be stronger than ever. Yeah, I might even end up stronger than you are.
There he goes again.
Everyone laughs in happiness, as the title card for Olympus signifies the journey's end. Meanwhile, back at Thebes, Pete continues digging to find the box, while Maleficent waits for results.
Are you sure this box with the Book of Prophecies is for reals? I think that dingbat in black was pulling your leg.
Be quiet and dig, you imbecile. I must find that book of prophecies and make it my own. His was the only clue we have. We cannot afford to dismiss it without a thorough investigation.
I'm just saying, a shot in the dark ain't gonna get us any closer to...
Suddenly Pete finds something.
Whoa!
What is it? Have you found something? Show me at once, fool.
Yes, sir, easy. This has gotta be that Pandora's box Hades mentioned.
Pete shows Maleficent the box, leading her to evaluate it.
Leave it.
What? After all that digging?
That is not the box for which I desire. We are finished with this world. Come.
Aww.
Pete then tosses aside Pandora's box and follows Maleficent. Meanwhile, Xigbar watches from above, seeing Maleficent and Pete take their leave.
May your heart be your guiding key.
Picture this. Xigbar then turns to find the source of the voice. A black goat stashes away a letter, then orders a white goat to search for it. Suddenly, a corridor of darkness appears, only for none other than Luxord, having new yellow eyes, to appear from it. What could his intentions possibly be? Great! A riddle! Just what I need. Luxord then takes out a card from his right sleeve. There are many possibilities. Perhaps he forgot where it's hidden. Luxord makes the card disappear. Or he's playing a prank. Luxord then pulls multiple cards out from both his sleeves. Or the letter has truly gone missing. Luxord shuffles the cards together and makes them disappear. I can think of several reasons offhand. Guessing is simply useless. Well, just follow your orders. Plain and simple. Luxord continues with his card tricks. Yes, that's what I've always done. I've followed the orders from above without question. However, I sometimes can't help but read into my opponent's strategy. Too long on the job? If the contents of the box are so unknown, why is it such a critical importance to the organization? Furthermore, was it Xehanort or Xemnas who gave the order? Well, it's tricky. All Xehanort cares about is the clash between the 7 lights and 13 darknesses. It's unlikely he would hold such an interest in this mysterious box. Which means the order was issued by Xemnas. Or the one who informed me of my task. You. As if. It must have been Xemnas. My inquiries suggested otherwise. Oh man, you asked him. What are your intentions? Look, I don't know what's inside the box, but it's been protected by Keyblade wielders since way back when. Aren't you curious? I heard it contains information that's vital to all Keyblade wielders. Secrets. And where did you hear this? I don't remember. I keep my eyes and ears open. I've traveled to so many different places, it's hard to keep everything straight, you know? Luxord looks at Xigbar with an expression of tenacity. He then throws one of his cards at Xigbar for him to catch. If this box is truly as important as you say, why now? I believe you've discovered that others also seek it, and you need to find it before anyone else does, in order to keep your connection to the box a secret from those around you. The two have a massive stare down, almost as if a great battle was about to occur if the wrong move was made. Xigbar, who are you really? The stare down continues as tensions rise between the two. No matter. It doesn't make a difference to me. It's all the same. I'm content to feign ignorance. Luxord leaves using a corridor of darkness, leaving Xigbar to ponder something for himself. Xigbar then throws Luxord's card away. The question is, who are you, Luxord? To be continued.